EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. Very short kick taken right at the 20.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
Joe Mixon.
The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
It's a quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
At the 37-yard line.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. On the right side, caught by Green. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And it's 3rd.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, it was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
No, Jonathan Taylor didn't get the yards he wanted on that carry. But I think this is central casting for him to be with the Colts. A big, strong, physical offensive line that goes with his running style. Elite speed, elite power. I think he'll catch more passes out of the backfield in the NFL than he did at Wisconsin. And yards after contact, that's his forte. The only thing he's got to improve on, taking care of the football. Put it on the ground way too often at Wisconsin. If he learns to hang on to it, he could be one of the surprises in the NFL.
And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
3rd and 5.
They had great starting position to begin the drive, but now they look up at a 3rd and 5. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
Play there by the linebacker. He saw the run, went with straight-ahead pursuit, and dumped him behind the line of scrimmage.
On for the field goal. A 51-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
A nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
It's a short kick taken out beyond the 20. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
Bengals drive about to get going. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get 2, maybe 3 up near the 37.
Joe Mixon, the Bengals.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on an expected passing situation.
On 3rd down, Burrow able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
A gain of 16 yards. 1st down, Cincinnati.
Now Burrow on 1st down. Throw right side going to be caught by Waller. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Give him back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It's the veteran Justin Houston who got in there to make the stop. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line.
To Darren Waller.
A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Cincinnati.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
Joe Mixon, the ball carrier.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
Another try for Mixon. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4.
He was brought down at the
big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. The quick slant caught. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Able to hold him to just 2 yards, and now it's 4th and goal.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They're not going to kick it. A chip shot, but they're going for it down 3 on 4th down. They run for it with Mixon, and he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Well, they just put a little sizzle in their steak there. 1st quarter, 4th and goal, run it in. A boost.
I think they showed confidence in their defense by going for it. That's telling their defense, look, we're counting on you guys, and we know that we believe in you because we go for it here. Even if we don't get it, get field position on our side, and you'll stop them. Instead, they put it in the end zone and tally up 6 points.
At their own 25-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. A gain of 3, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
Bengals 7, Colts 3.
On second down now. It's Taylor. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 11 yards there, first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Taylor. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Colts are going to jump back in front. Of course, he's fresh off the Offensive Player of the Week in the AFC, and what a game it was last week, and a long touchdown run right there.
He and his offensive line, the receivers blocking downfield, they're all in sync right now. Could carry him to a 2nd straight Player of the Week award.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Carter now on the return. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
The line of scrimmage.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now Burrow to throw on second down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes.
Burrow sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
So that'll leave Burrow and the Bengals with a 3rd and long after that sack we just saw. Now it's Burrow. He's got his man, Boyd. And he's got the first down, yardage before being taken down at midfield. 3rd and 19, no problem, as they're able to convert.
First down.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon.
Joe Mixon.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tackle made at the 47.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, helped their spot, and stacked him up.
On second down, Burrow. That's caught by Waller out left side.
Burrow.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender.
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Taylor. And he'll get this one up to the 26.
And that's why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. 2 yards and able to get the first down in the process.
1st and 10 at the 27.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot has been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. 1st and 10, Taylor now. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30.
Jonathan Taylor, the ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, and to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor, and he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up 3rd down.
33-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7, our score. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
38-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Taylor. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They've got 2nd and 12 from the 36.
36-yard line.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Check 50, check 50.
On 3rd down, here's Taylor. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Back to Taylor on 1st down. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Made at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On 2nd down, it's Taylor. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Taylor. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
7-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Check 99. Check 99. Spine. Easy. Back.
Now Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And we're going to get a timeout. With 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter.
And 11 at the 39-yard line.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
13.
So we have reached halftime in what's a 6-point game at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Matt Bosher is set to kick off.
Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. Rodgers on the return. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10.
7-yard line.
They run with Taylor. Brought down by the cornerback, William Jackson.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a whistle and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On second down now. It's Taylor. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
Back at the 25-yard line.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Here's Taylor. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
They'll run here with Taylor. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. A good pickup there, 7 yards, and it's going to be 2nd and goal now.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
They'll look to run with Taylor. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Colts are able to grow their lead. Circle that drive because that might be one to remember. Well executed to give them a little cushion.
Well, let's take it into the boxing ring. You talk about them commanding it, keeping the fight where they wanted to, whether it was in the center of the ring or putting them on the ropes because it was jab, jab, jab. And finally, the haymaker to put that drive away.
Bengals.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead now stands at 13.
To kick off for Indianapolis.
Sanchez now, he'll kick it away following the touchdown. Here's Carter now on the return. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And their halftime hole now even deeper. And they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
2nd and 8 at the 33-yard line.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And, Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Rivers going to bring the Colts up 1st and 10 at their own 22. He'll start with a give to Taylor. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
Line of scrimmage.
3rd quarter here in Indy. This is 2nd and 10.
At the 23-yard line.
They run once more with Taylor. Oh, so he's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts add on to their lead. Go ahead and give him the hat trick. He's been in the end zone now 3 times.
You toss your fedora first, okay? You go ahead and do that. But let's be honest about it. That 3rd one, that's the most spectacular run he's had in the ballgame. It's almost as if he's been playing his own game of, can I top this? And each run has been more spectacular than the last.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Here's Carter now on the return. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
41.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
58 Mike, 58 Mike. All right. Let's go, D, let's go. Now let's get there. Shoot.
Again, it's Mixon. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a 1st down.
And a good pickup there by Mixon, and that shows the talent that he has. Back-to-back 1,000-yard seasons, 4th in the NFL in 2018, 9th last year. But I look for those numbers to jump back up again with the introduction of new talent in Cincinnati.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
A gain of 11.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Bengals.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
He was brought down by Tavon Wilson.
2nd down and 3. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Indianapolis. It's the Bengals. They've got the football, but they trail here as we get rolling in quarter number 4. second down, here's Mixon. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
He was brought down at the 26. It's a gain of a yard.
And the Bengals on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. The quick throw by Burrow is complete. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he pushes forward, but comes up short of the goal line as he'll get a yard down to about the 1.
Brings up
every team we ever talk to that continues to run the ball in a game, even when they haven't had much success, all talks about attrition, don't they? If you keep running it, eventually good things are likely to happen. It's been a hard go in this game today, hasn't it?
Yeah, this defense, they've met pretty much every challenge in front of them this afternoon.
They're still trying to run the ball, but they're not finding much space.
They're held again, and do we have a goal line stand brewing? It's 3rd and goal. Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Now here's Snell. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
Cincinnati.
Benny Snell, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
The kicker, this has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
I don't want to seem absurd, but that boy's a gangster. Focusing on me.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39.
Taylor.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter.
And nothing but daylight ahead. 20, 10. The ball comes out. And the Bengals grab it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
He was brought down by Tavon.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Again, it's Mixon. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I think we can safely say that those types of players are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
And the Bengals on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. Boyd's the target, and he has it over the middle. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
And the Bengals.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10. Oh, that was dangerous. Burrow's thrown into coverage, almost picked. But instead, they'll keep it on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes. But the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They're passing here. Joe Burrow throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, but now it's 3rd down.
That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Boyd. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Tyler Boyd, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals able to get this back within a touchdown. Rosas to add the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6.
Makes the score Colts 27.
So time here for the onside kick and then the 2-minute warning.
Is set to kick off.
And this one travels out of bounds. So unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Rivers and the Colts going to come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Rivers going to give this one to Taylor. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop. 1:50 left in the football game.
3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, Taylor. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, check Mike 57. Mike 57. Big stop, G. Load it. Load it. Jim. Check 1-3.
Try to punch it in with Taylor. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. 2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line.
Ball carrier.
They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
Gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
Check nickel.
They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line.
That's good.
Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout.
First and 10.
It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. So here's a first and 10 now, down inside the 20. The give to Taylor. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2.
Brings up second and 2.
They'll run with Taylor. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. He's calling no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go.
It's third down and 4.
Taylor. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Today's final score.
Charles, we saw a comeback bid fall just a little short, but give them credit. They were able to hold on, withstand that comeback, and ultimately win it by the slim margin.
And bottom line, when it's all said and done, they don't ask you how much you won by. They just want to know, did you win? And that they did.
So for Indianapolis, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, they can't quite seem to turn things around as they fall into 2-4 now on the year. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the Cleveland Browns. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.
Thank you.